Trump came into his second term with a sense of destiny, a sense that he is a man saved by God, and it brings this messianic quality to his relentless pace in these first 100 days. Trump is not a religious person, let's be clear about that, but he has always had this abiding faith and belief in himself, this idea that he is a singular figure in American history. You see it in the White House. If you go and visit the Oval Office, what you see walking in is this mugshot taken of him when he was arrested and charged in Georgia for racketeering to overturn the 2020 election. And if you go to the state floor of the White House, in the grand foyer, you'll find a painting of Donald Trump in that moment in Butler. Within minutes, really, of Trump's near-death experience in Butler, you heard some of his supporters talking about how God had saved him.
I personally believe that God intervened today.
Fate stepped in, God, the hand of God, call it whatever you like.
I thank God that his hand was on President Trump.
And it was a line he kind of picked up at the convention.
I had God on my side. I felt that.
By the time he actually took office, he adopted that thinking himself.
I was saved by God to make America great again.
As Trump returns to office, seeing himself on a mission, it means that he's even less tolerant of other competing centers of power. And he is using the authority he has in the executive branch, and authority some people say he doesn't have in the executive branch, to bend other sectors of society to his will, to go after his enemies, to punish those who, in his view, came after him and who are now standing in his way. One of the pitfalls for a president who sees himself as a historic man of destiny is not being able to live up to the grandiose ambitions that he has set out for himself and the promises that he's made to the country. Even as he claims a broad mandate, in fact, he doesn't have the broad support of the public. The risk for him is the public is beginning to get a little nervous about what he's doing, and that he's weak even on things where he's traditionally been strong. If he can't, in fact, deliver on some of these promises about returning and manufacturing and lowering prices and restoring an America to a golden age, as he calls it, there's bound to be people who are disenchanted.